Log 006. Follower count. Outside buildings press in from all sides. Her entire view consists of massive glass towers and scattered shiny dots, white, yellow, pink, red, and blue. Her balcony sits unnervingly close to the main entrance. She bends over the railing. The stories below her vanish into the void of the street. Jumping would be a way out. Probably less painful than waiting for the arena battles. But so unoriginal. There's been at least one of those every season. She leans further into the railing. She notices a large electronic poster board above the reception area. 4 messages cycle on repeat. More than advertising, they feel like commands. Rebecca reads the first slogan. "Don't forget to post!" It repeats more often than the others. Blunt. It doesn't even try to pass as an advertisement. That one is for them, to remind the imprisoned contestants of the show's obsessive need for engagement. After all, their lives depended on it. That slogan feels like the building's heartbeat. The number 1 rule. The first commandment. Next, a softer, yet far more sinister message appears. "You'll get the love you've never had." That one enrages her. Why do they think they are to assume she isn't loved? Her anger quickly turns to shame, though. Rebecca isn't sure she even knows what love is. Sure, her parents had loved her. Once. But they weren't the expressive kind. No big words, no grand gestures. Their love was manifested through endless photos and videos of her dancing, posted on social media to show the world what a great daughter they had. And she loved making them proud. Then her mom got sick and died. Her father stopped talking to her, and for the first time she realized she had never truly felt seen. The third message, far less frequent but infinitely more unnerving, reads, "This is your last chance to shine." The words serve as a warning, the countdown of her scarce time left. Finally, a 4th message blinks into view. "The prize! Freedom!" It speaks for itself. Freedom. The absolution of all her crimes, and enough money to sustain her for the rest of her life. It feels both like salvation and then mockery. How does one really get there? Rebecca stares at the board, reading each message more than once. Her chest tightens, a little more each time. It's been almost 2 years since she quit smoking. But right now she could use one. 2 choices war in her mind, both merciless, both absolute. Conform, or perish. Suddenly, the tiny balcony, the towering buildings, even the bright lights feel suffocating. The wind, furious as it is, helps a little, but not enough. She turns, steps back into her room, but it's more of the same. The noise in there, the white noise she barely noticed before, isn't as loud as the cars outside. But it's worse. This one is unsettling. It makes sure she forgets not even the air she's breathing is real. She is always under surveillance. Back in her room, Rebecca lies on her bed, staring at the ceiling. The thin mattress offers little comfort, but that hardly matters. Comfort is a distant luxury now. Suddenly, her phone vibrates in her pocket. She checks it. It's finally on. She hesitates as her fingers hover over the lock screen. When she finally swipes, it glows, and its glows burn into her eyes. The screen feels alien in her hand, unfamiliar. She doesn't know what she's looking for, yet she can't bring herself to settle down. Notifications flood in. The other contestants have already succumbed to the desperation of garnering likes. She sees fragments of them, half repulsed, half worried. And half worried herself she should be doing the same. "Hi, new followers!" chirps one voice gratefully and gratingly cheerful. She scrolls past it immediately. Another softer, more rehearsed, says, "Let me show you to my room. It's cozy." The forced intimacy, the transparent desperation to be liked. It's almost comical. Rebecca's own profile, once quiet and untouched, now teems with activity. Her follower count soars more than thousands. An inexplicable surge. She cannot quite comprehend. When did it happen? How did it happen so fast? Her profile remains unchanged. It is the same collection of photos and videos of her dancing, candid moments with family and friends, and the occasional shot of her cat. The only difference is that her life is now an open book, exposed for strangers to consume. Likes and comments pile up, the adoration pouring in faster than she can grasp. The phone feels heavier in her hand with each passing moment, as if burdened by an audience she never asked for. She scrolls, numb, as messages continue to stream in. Their affectionate words feel hollow, suffocating rather than uplifting. The restless energy builds in her chest, propelling her to her feet. She slips out of her room, the familiar theme song of the show trailing her down the empty, C-shaped corridor like an omnipresent specter. Room 13 lurks ahead, and before she can second-guess herself, she raises a hand and knocks. The door slides open, revealing Reese standing before her. His brows are drawn, his lips pressed tight, his gaze hard, until he sees her, and just like that, it's gone. His eyes widen, his eyebrows shoot up, nearly disappearing behind his fringe. That practiced smirk of his stretches wide, triumphant. Rebecca swallows. He remains silent at first, waiting for her to break the stillness. Rebecca, her voice steadier than she feels, asks, "How many new followers do you have?" His smirk deepens. There's a hungry quality to it that scares her. 2 million, Reese replies, his voice tight with excitement. 2 million new followers, and that's just today. Rebecca's breath catches. The number is staggering, incomprehensible. A cold knot twists in her stomach as the reality of the game sinks in with crushing clarity. She glances up at one of the embedded cameras. They are probably watching her right now. I'm not sure that's a good thing, she murmurs. Reese's eyes narrow. He doesn't look at the camera. He focuses on her. His smirk falters for a fraction of a second before turning into a soft, sympathetic smile. A bullshit smile, Rebecca thinks. "It's not," he admits. 2 million followers, that's not a victory. It's a target. She nods. Not because she agrees, although she does, but because she sees it now. "Thank you, and that's all I wanted to know." She turns, overwhelmed by the urgent need to retreat, to hide from the world's gaze. The corridor stretches behind her. Sterile, white. Cameras watch all the way back to the relative safety of her room, but Reese's hand, surprisingly gentle, catches her arm, stopping her. "Wait," he says, his voice softer now. The greedy energy from earlier gives way to a resignation that mirrors her own. They don't give a shit about followers, you know. Not really. It's the story they care about, 42. You don't give them anything to watch, you're the first one on the chopping block. "Please don't call me 42. My name's Rebecca," she says firmly. Reese's lips twitch into a bitter smile. "Rebecca," he repeats, like he's testing the weight of her name. 2 million followers. What do you think they're after? 2 million pairs of eyes are a bloody liability, not some big win. They don't want us to have it. Nobody likes watching people who are stronger, hotter, more successful than them. Not even us. That's why we're here. We fucked up. We made the wrong kind of mistakes, so now they'll watch us pay. Right to the bitter end." He pauses, then smirks. "Or till one of us snaps." He exhales sharply, withdrawing his hand from her arm. "And when we fall, they'll eat it up, cheer, like the good little audience they are." Rebecca takes a step back. "Isn't it dangerous to say things like this?" "Oh, definitely," he says. "But the microphones in the hallway are shit. The only ones that actually work are in the dining hall and the common room." "You can't be serious." "I am. Every word." Rebecca watches him for a moment, one arm drawn across her chest. Eyes narrowed. Reese adds, "You know, in past seasons, you couldn't hear shit when people talked in the corridors. That's how I know. It's another marketing strategy, actually. The more they can twist our words, the better." Despite his own argument, his voice dips lower. "And about the other thing," his eyes search hers, looking for understanding. "You know what the only smart thing to do is? It's giving them exactly what they want. Put on an act. One that sells, so nothing they say or do affects you." Her knees go weak. "I'm not sure there's an act strong enough for that." Reese shrugs. "I already have one in mind. You see where I'm going, right?" Rebecca shakes her head. No, I don't." "Come on, Rebecca. What sells better than anything? Love. Tragedy. That's an act that can protect us both." I don't want to." "But it has to be you." "Why? Why me?" He doesn't need words. The answer's obvious when he gives her a slow glance from head to toe and back up, his mouth just parted in that insufferable smirk of his. "Ugh." Her reaction is immediate, almost reflexive. "What can I say, Rebecca? Beauty up upvotes, and you look like a freaking doll. I mean, look at you." "Ask somebody else," she says, her voice cold. She doesn't wait for a reply. She just turns and walks away. But he's right about one thing. People don't want to see her happy. Or any of the other contestants. No one has ever reached the end of the show fully put together, whole. And she knows that. She doesn't aim for that. She just hopes that she doesn't lose it completely before she either wins or dies.